Hi guys, so to get started I'm going to be using the charity double knit yarn, and you're going to need the 4mm hook, and you're going to need scissors. That's all you're gonna need. And we are going to start with the neck of the dress. And to start, I'm going to chain 35. So that counts as 1, 2, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And I'm gonna hold on to the last one and then chain 1, 2, and then double crochet back into this one. Let me just zoom in a bit. We're going to double crochet. So it was 1, 2, and then in the third one we're going to do a double crochet. So you go 1, 2, and then we're going to double crochet all the way to the back. We are doing the neck part. If you want to make the neck thin, you can just leave it as 1. I am going to make I'll make 4 rows for my neck. You can choose how thick or thin you want the neck to be. Actually, I might just make 3 just to make it a thinner neck. So we are double crocheting all the way to the end. I might actually just make 2 or two lines, because I don't want a thick neck and I don't have a lot of this orange yarn. So I'll just do 2. Maybe I should just remove it from the autofocus. And we are almost at the end of our neck. You know what? I might just make it 1. Or let me make it 2, just so I can show you how to turn when you get towards the end of the row to make the second row. At times I like to chain 1 at the end, but I think I'm not going to do that this time. I will chain 3 at the end. So we are nearing the end. We are left with one more to double crochet. So there we have the end. We've reached the end. Now we're going to chain 1, turn around, 2, 3. That's going to count as our first line. You can see it matches with this one, so we're going to go into this one. This is the neck. So we are going to go all the way to the other side, and then when we reach the other side, I'm going to cut off the yarn, and then we're going to start with the body of the dress. So guys, you can continue with the double crochet, and then I'll meet you once I've reached the end of this side. And also now we are going to work the body, so I would have reached the end and then cut off the yarn. Right, now that we have done the neck part, I am going to do 4 of the treble crochet things here. If you have a larger chest, you can definitely add 1 more, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start almost in the middle. We're going to be leaving spaces. The neck we can always increase later. So we're going to have 4 of treble crochets with openings in the middle. So I'm going to start here and tie the yarn. I'm going to tie the yarn, and then I'm going to do a treble crochet. The first one is going to be, let me do autofocus so that you don't miss it. You're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've chained 4, and then we're making space in between 1, 2, and then we treble crochet in the same space. So with double crochet I would have went once, and then with treble I go twice, and then we're going to bring it up, and then 1, 2, and 3. So now we have the first loop, and then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then count 3, 1, 2, 3, and then in the 4th we're going to treble crochet 1, 2, so it's 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th we treble crochet, so it comes out that way, and 1 under 2, 2, 2, and 3. So there we have the other treble crochet, and then chain 1, 2, and then we treble crochet in the same space. So we go under 2, 1, 2, and 3. So there we have the second one, and then we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to skip 3 to go into the 4th. So that's 1, 2, 3. In the 4th we treble crochet, so 1, 2, and then chain 2, 1, 2, and then treble crochet in the same space, 1, 2. There we go. So you see I have 3 here. So if you, I'm just gonna actually, because I used a smaller hook, and on the other dress I see that I used a bigger hook, so I'm just going to do 5 of these instead of 4. So I'm a size 30, so if you have bigger, then you can definitely add. So now we're chaining 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth we treble crochet. 1, 2, 3, and then chain 2, and then treble crochet in the same space. 1, 2, 3. So I have that. I'm just going to add one more. So 1, 2, 3, and then treble crochet in 1, 2, 3, fourth space. Treble crochet in there, and then chain 2, 1, 2, treble crochet, and that would have been our last treble crochet. So we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be our first treble crochet. We're going to go into this same yarn. So now we want to increase. We're going into the same yarn. So we did the treble crochet. So now we chain 2 like we would have, and then we go into the same space to treble crochet. 1, 2, 3 into the same space, and now we're increasing, so we do another treble crochet in the same space. So I'm going to chain 1, 2, and then treble crochet in here. We've increased there, and then we chain 1, 2, 3, and then we treble crochet in between this. So there's the treble crochet, and then chain 1, 2, and then we treble crochet in the same space. There we go. So now there we go. It's starting to look like the dress. 1, 2, 3. We do treble crochet in there. Next space. Chain 2, 1, 2. And then we treble crochet in the same space. And 1, 2, 3 to go into the next space, which is this one. So you go into the triangles to do a triangle treble crochet, chain 2 in between, 1, 2, and then treble crochet in the same space. And then chain 1, 2, 3, treble crochet in the last one. 1, 2, and then chain 1, 2, and then treble crochet in the same space. And then like we did on this side to increase, we're going to do the same thing. Say 1, 2, and then treble crochet. All right, so now we are going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first treble crochet. So now we've increased. So now we're going to go into this one. So this would have been like this space. So now we're going into in the middle of this one. So we are going to chain 1, 2, and then we go into this space. And then 1, 2, go into the same space. and then we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go into this space, chain 1, 2, 3, sorry, chain 2, not 3, to go into the same space with a treble crochet. So that's how it's looking at the moment. Just adding more, and then in here we will add when we come back. So chain 3, and then treble crochet in the next space, and then chain 2, treble crochet in the same space, chain 1, 2, 3, treble into this space, chain 1, 2, treble into the same space, and then chain 1, 2, 3. We are going to treble and then chain 1, 2, and then chain 1, 2 into the same space, and then we're going to chain 1, 2, and then we are going to hold this one here because we don't want it sitting. You see, this one was joined to this one, so we're going to join this one here. With a treble, not a double crochet. So what you need to do is you need to put this against your chest to see 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna add 2 here, add a treble, 5, 6, so it would have been 4 plus 2, that means that's the first of the treble, and then in here do a treble crochet. That's the first treble, chain 1, 2, 3, and then we go into this treble, and then chain 1, 2 into the same treble, so that's how it looks, and then chain 1, 2, 3 into the next treble space, and chain 1, 2 into the same space. So we're going to do that 1, 2, 3, and 2, 1, 2, and then into the same space with a treble, chain 1, 2, and into the same space with a treble, 1, 2, supposed to chain 3, 2 in the middle, 3 when you move to the next treble, 1, 2, 3, one, 2 into the same space, and then 1, 2, 3. We're doing a treble like we did in the last one. 1, 2. Now when you do the trebles at the end, you need to grab this yarn. Alright, so that it's sitting like that, and this side it's sitting like that. right, so now let's chain to go to the next space. So we are essentially going to keep increasing until it covers our chest to the side. It covers our boobs up until the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we did a treble in there. 4, 1, 2. So I'm going to increase here. Okay, so it's like that. So it was a, so it would have been a double in there. Or rather, let me, yes, no, sorry. Yes, so we're doing it treble in there, and then chain 1, 2, 3 in the same space. Going to add one more so that it increases on the side like that. So it has increased. Chain 1, 2, 3, and we go in the middle of this one with a treble, and then chain 2, 1, 2, and then we chain 3 as we did previously. Don't you just hate it when this happens? 2. 1, 2, 3. 3, go into this one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do the same thing we did on this side, which is to add one more. So this would have been the last one. We're going to add 1, 2, add another treble, 1, 2, and then add the last bit in the crochet, not in between, not underneath, so that it maintains the straightness on the side. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now we're going to the next line. So we're going to be doing the same thing where this one has 3, this one has 3, this one does not. So now we are going to put in 1 here and then 2 here. So I've already chained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 4 for the 1 treble and 2 for the chain and treble. So now we have 1 treble, and then I'm going to chain 3, 2, 3, and we're going into the next 1, 2, treble again in between the space. So as you can see, it's increasing on the side. One, 2, 3, and between this space, chain 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 2, chain 1, 2, 3, one, 2, 3. So when we have enough chest dress covering the chest, it doesn't have to reach all the way to the back. I'm going to show you how to join just from one side of the chest to another, not the whole thing going around. 1, 2, because I'm going to show you how we'll make it go around nicely. 1, 2, 3, and then in between here, 1, 2, and the last one, 1, 2, 3. We did the same. We do the same as we did on the other side, where this one is now a space. 1, 2, and the hook. So you can count 1, 2, 3, and in the fourth, that would be the last stitch to put the crochet in. Just gonna chain 1, and there you have it. Let me just zoom out a bit. That's how it looks. It keeps going to the side. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. I did 7 rows, but this time I'm going to do 8 because I used a smaller hook instead of a 4.5. So just put this against your chest and make sure it covers your boob area. Then I'm going to show you what to do. So if you want to do the next line with me, we can. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's actually 4 because I had already chained 1. And we are going to be adding 1, 4, 5, 6. So we add 1 in here. Let's chain. Let's add 1 in here. And then chain 1, 2, 3. So that would have been that. So let's add in here. Let me see. Okay. chain 1, 2, and then so just make sure that the last one increases. There's supposed to be 3 in here actually, so I'm going to undo. Sorry, there's supposed to be 3 in order to increase. So I did 1, chain 1, 2. I'm gonna chain 2 instead of 3 because I don't want it to be too wide. There you go. Okay, so now there's 3. Now that makes sense. And then chain 1, 2, 3, and we are going to the next space. Chain 1, 2, going to the next space. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I did 9 there. Okay, so chain 1, 2, and go into, no, chain 3, not 2, and go into the next space. Chain 1, 2, into the same space, chain 1, 2, 3, into the space. Just make sure your hand is not too tight because this is going to need to be stretchy. 1, 2. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, into the next space. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, to the same space. 1, 2, 3. Then into the last space and an additional 1. 1, 2, and 1, 2, because I did 2 instead of 3 there. 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth, this last bit. Sit. So now this is how it looks. So we're going to continue to do that. So it's 3 here and then 2 in here, 2 in here. So it's increasing until you put it on your chest and it touches the side of your boobs, the outside of the boob. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to do, I'm going to do 3 more. That's where it touches the outside, just under the outside. You can add more if you have bigger boobs. Like I said, just add until it covers your boobs from one side to the next. And then I'm going to show you how we are going to join it. So I'll meet you on the other side. Well, once you've added your rows, so just rewind if you need to see how I did these 3. and then this, and then these 3, and so forth. So remember to add, you just need to add one more to the end, and this doesn't have, and then there. So everything you do on the one side you have to do on the other. So that's 3. So to increase, just add one more to the side. So I have reached the end here. I have measured for my body, and yeah, this is how it looks. So now we're going to connect it. This dress works up so quickly. I'm going to show you how we're going to connect it. I'm going to chain 40. So to connect it, you put this around your chest and then have somebody help you out where you're going to do a chain that's from here going all the way to the other side to join. And then that's going to be the length of your chest. So you don't make it too tight. Just make it so that it's going to stretch nicely. So I am going to chain 40. That's how long it takes to get to the other side on my chest. So after I've ended that, I chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So I'm going to join it on the other side after I did my 40. I'm going to join it after checking for 1, 2, 3, 4, so that it sits like a triangle. So I join it with a slip stitch. So now we are going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first treble crochet, 4. Now we do double crochet, 5, 6, 7, because we are going to be doing sorry, let me do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to be going back into this, and for now we are going to do the same 3 spaces in between. So here, this is the first, you can see it goes in here, and I'm going to go in there with a treble crochet, and basically we're going to go around doing the same thing. 1, 2, 3. That was the first treble crochet. So it's like it goes in here. So we're going to do the treble crochet in the next space, chain 2 in the same space, and then we chain 3, 2, 3. Then we go into the next space, chain 1, 2, chain 3, into the next space, we're going to the other side. 1, 2, 3. This dress works up so quickly, you guys. So easy to make. 1, 2, 3. You know what? Let's just put this yarn down because it's distracting me. One, 2. 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And then here's the last chain. So you can see this was the last one. 1, 2. All right, so chain 1, 2, 3, and then here we skip 1, 2, 3. So let me zoom in a little bit. So you count 1, 2, 3 from the last one, and then we're going to do 2 treble crochets in the same space. Chain 1, 2, and then another treble crochet in the same space, and we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we count 1, 2, 3. In the fourth we do a treble crochet. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Do 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth we do another treble. 1, 2, in the same space. So that's how it's starting to look. I zoom out, that's how it's starting to look. It's starting to come together now as a dress. So we're gonna chain 1, 2, 3. Oh, I actually turned this around by mistake. So going to count 1, 2, 3, and then in the fourth we do 1, 2. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and we count again. 1, 2, 3. And then the fourth I'm gonna do in the fifth because I want it to be a tad bit smaller. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then count 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do in the fifth here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do in the 5th here also, just to make it smaller. Instead of the 4th, you can still put the 4th. One, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 5th, and count 1, 2, okay, and then count 1, 2, 3. Gonna do a last one here. Let's count how many is left. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's 5. So I'm going to connect it now with by counting 1, 2, 3, 4. In the 4th, I'm gonna do a slip stitch. So there you have the dress starting to come together now. So I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and then again 1, 2. So to bring it together, I'm just going to put it in the same hole and not underneath, just so that they're sitting together like the other ones. There we do a treble. So we start in the second line, 1, 2, 3, then we go into this line. So now we're just gonna do that 1, 2 into the same space there, 1, 2, 3, and into the next space a treble, and then 1, 2, there. So now you can see we are on the second from the bottom. I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3. Well, the second row going down. 1, 1, 2. So I'm just going to continue doing this. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to continue doing this. 4. I'm going to show you how to increase when you get to the bum part. So you can just keep on putting this to make sure that it actually fits, and you can go through it from your chest up, so that you don't finish the dress and then you can't get into it. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna do 7 before I start increasing. So we'll come back after I did 7 of these lines. So this is 1. I'm gonna do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the bum part is gonna start where we need to just increase slightly, and I will show you how. But it's quite stretchy, as you can see. It's a very nice pattern and it stretches quite nicely. So guys, this is how the dress looks so far. I've actually fitted it and see that I don't need to increase that much, but I'm going to show you how to increase on the bum. I'm not going to increase too much. So I was at the end 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then go into the same chain, and there you have it. So I'm just going to increase. I was doing 3 here, so you can do 4 to increase. So you chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember I was chaining 3, and then you go in between here and then chain 1, 2, and then do that again. And then I'm not going to increase because this size is already slightly biggish for me, and it stretches quite nicely. I've fitted it. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do 3, and you can actually 1, 2. You can actually do 1 increase, 1 normal, 1 increase, 1 normal, 1, 2, 3. So you can, if you want to increase it, depending on whether it fits you or not, you can add a 4th chain here. I'm not going to do that because I don't want it to be much bigger. Chain 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Not gonna increase here, so I go into the next one. So I'm going to increase when I arrive on the other side, so that it just increases slightly on the side. And then to continue, I'm just gonna do 4 chains on the first one, and then 4 chains somewhere this side. But to increase, depending on how how big you want it at the bottom, you just add one more chain. Instead of 3, you're going to chain 4. Not when you do in between. In between, it's just chaining 2. Always. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do that, guys. Just keep on fitting to see if it fits. And then if you see that it's getting a bit tight, just add one more. So instead of 1, 2, 3, instead of 3, actually I'm supposed to do 2 in the middle. Instead of 3, then you will you'll do 4 chains. So I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just do 4 here, and then 3. So I'll do 4 3 times. 1, 2. Okay, chain 1, 2, 3. I don't want to increase. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to make as many lines. The other dress is short. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 from here. I did 21 from here. So this one, I'll see how far I get with the yarn because I don't have a lot of it left. I wanted to actually make a long one, but yeah, let's see how far I get with it. So remember, when you get to the bum to increase, you just add 1 more chain here. So instead of 3, you'll do 4, and then 2, then 4, then 2, then 4, so forth and so forth. And then you can make it as long or as short as you want it to. Always fit it to make sure that it sits the way that you want to sit, you want it to sit. So guys, I have crocheted my dress the length that I want, and I will show you in a bit. I just want to show you here, I tucked in the piece of crochet, and this side you can also just tuck it in, and then we're going to, or you can cut it off if you've tied it enough. We're going to make a chain as long as you want it, because it's going to close the neck behind. So what you can do actually, you can join the chain here and continue to make 1 chain, or you can do like I'm going to do now and make a chain to attach at the back. So I'm just going to chain about 100. That would be enough, long enough. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So I'm just going to chain that, and I will show you how I attach this chain to the dress once I'm done and show it to you on the mannequin. So guys, this is how the dress looks. I ran out of yarn. I wanted to make this dress long, but I think it's fine like this. So at the bottom I just made 2s to make it smaller instead of 3s like I did. So I'm going to show you the back now. I can make this quickly enough. Sorry, the camera is making a noise, and that's how it looks. You can actually make this thing, come now camera, adjust. You can make this longer. Okay, it does not want to make the dress look nice. You can make the thing longer and then bring it out to pull this side so that it covers your chest nicely. But yes, that's how it looks.